Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Willie. Today we're cooking gumbo with Louisiana Blends Cajun salt. Let's do it. All right, so gumbo in Louisiana cooking is a lot about using produce. So one thing I want to point out to you guys as we're making our stock, you can do a couple things. You can buy store-bought stock or you can make your own. When you cut up your vegetables, all those end pieces need to go in your pot. This is going to make our stock, okay? Now for me, I like to do both. I like to buy store-bought and just fortify it. A couple of things that I do to make my gumbo a little bit different and add another layer of flavor. I take half of my chicken and put it in. I use dark meat, so I get legs and thighs. I put half the chicken in my stock. The other half I put on the smoker. So I'll smoke this chicken while my stock is being cooked. And I'll use both meats so that we have different tastes for every bite, very unique flavor. I'm also using vegetable and chicken stock from the store instead of water. By all means, you don't have to spend the money on store-bought stock if you don't want to. And I'm just gonna add one at a time until we get about 2.5, 3 inches from the top. One more thing, we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of some better than bouillon. We're gonna add some, basically this is really high concentration of vegetable. And then the last thing, or a couple things we're gonna add to the stock to finish it off. We're gonna add about a tablespoon of whole peppercorns. That's just gonna give it a little bit of flavor. So we can add a little bit of Cajun salt to this. If you buy the store-bought stock, you wanna make sure you don't add too much salt. You wanna always season a little bit later after it's cooked down a little bit because it already has sodium in it. Now we're gonna add a couple of bay leaves. I'm doing 4. I pretty much did 1 for every quart of liquid I poured in there. 1 bay leaf for every quart. And we wanna put this stock on the stove and we're gonna let it go while we make our roux so that we kill 2 birds with 1 stone. All right, so we're gonna add just a little oil so that we don't get an initial stick. And we're gonna sear and brown our sausage. Turn our pot off while we take out our sausage. When we put our sausage back in, we won't wanna add extra grease. So we do want to put our sausage on a paper towel to help strain it. Then throw half of our onions in to get our onions flavor with all that pork fat. We'll save the other one to go in the roux with our trinity. Okay, we're gonna get our roux started. So what we're gonna do is do 2 cups of flour, all-purpose flour. We're gonna add some canola oil. I have a 1.5 cups measured out here. We'll do a cup and then we'll see if we need that other half cup. Stir in our flour. This is with the pan off for now. And we should put enough oil to get all the flour completely covered. It should look like a blonde mud. Looks like 1 cup is gonna be just right. When we turn our heat on, we're gonna want it to be medium low. All right, so let's turn it on. We'll just cook away. The darker the roux, the richer the flavor. The darker the roux, also the possibility of burning. So as it starts to get a different color, you really have to start paying attention to it. All right, our roux is nice, rich, brown. Well, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add our vegetables to this roux to help cool it down. So we turn off our heat, and then we're gonna start adding our trinity. It'll thicken back up, that's okay. And you can hear the water and the vegetables react with the oil, that's what we want. If we added our roux straight to our water, it would be instant boiling over. Not what you want. Okra, garlic, don't want to forget that. All right, so now we're gonna strain out our stock. Okay, so you set up a bowl with a strainer on top. Just go really slow. And we're gonna pull our strainer out, set it down in our sink, and then we're gonna get the chicken out of our strainer because we're gonna use that meat. And now we're left with the excellent stock. We're gonna add our roux and vegetables to our empty stock pot. Okay, so now I'll bring my stock close to my pot. We're gonna turn the roux back on, and I'm gonna ladle it in like if I was making gravy. Add a few, and then we'll pour it all. Once we get it incorporated, we'll add it all back. We just want to get that roux dissolved a little bit. See how it's thick still. Okay, we're ready to add more. Okay, now we're ready to add more, a little bit faster. All right, now we're gonna make sure we stir that roux in completely before we walk away and let it simmer for another hour or so. Almost done. So now we're ready to add our meat. Give it 30 more minutes and it'll all be done. Give that a stir. Now is when we're also going to add our seasoning. And I want to do a tablespoon of Cajun salt for every quart of liquid. And we added 4 quarts, so I'm going to do 4 tablespoons Cajun salt. Okay, so a little trick to help skim off the grease right before you serve, because we're ready. Move your pot halfway off the burner and all of it will go to one side. And you just press your spoon down and siphon it off. Like and subscribe. Thumbs up. Follow. Thank you. Still am like. Oh. Hey guys, this is what. Nope. No, that's how I cut my finger off. Here we go. Oh, whoopsies. I like the fact it's at home. I like the fact it's in socks.